Welcome everyone, my name is Andrew Kuhn. I'm a Christian and I am also an organ and tissue donor. Now, in the Bible, Matthew chapter 10, there's a story where Jesus Christ tells his 12 disciples to go out and heal all those who are ill and sick. And he says the reason why we should do this is because we have received freely, therefore we should give freely. Now, with that I'd like to share a little story. It's by Debbie Sohovich. It's called My Son's Legacy, and it can be found on lifelineofohio.org. So the story goes like this. Debbie's son was 27 when he was fatally shot in the head while sitting in his car at a stop sign. Now, the family is sitting at the surgical ICU at the Ohio State University Medical Center, and they were approached by a representative of Lifeline. The representative, very polite, caring, and professional, and had asked the family if they were interested in donating Dustin's organs. Now, Dustin and his family prior to this had never discussed anything about being organ donors. But without hesitation, the family said yes. So, several weeks later, Debbie received a letter in the mail, and it stated that 7 of Dustin's organs were donated. Now, of those 7 recipients, Debbie actually got to meet 3 of them. The first was a gentleman who had received his pancreas and his kidney, and the gentleman was a diabetic. Now the second gentleman received his left lung, and the third gentleman, she actually got to put her ear to his chest and hear her son's heartbeat. So not every case is this extreme. My mother, for example, she actually had a tumor at the base of her thumb, and it was in the bone. Eventually, the tumor caused the bone to shatter. Now she received a bone graft, and thus she received a donor's bone. Now, according to AmericanTransplantFoundation.org, those who do pass away and donate are actually able to donate quite a bit. They can donate anything from the heart, the liver, kidneys, lungs, pancreas, and small intestines. They can also donate tissues such as the corneas, veins, heart valves, tendons, ligaments, and even bone. Now, for those of us who are healthy and alive, we too can donate. As most of you know, we donate blood and plasma, but we can also donate bone marrow, part of our liver, and lung, and even intestine. And with that, the website also states something about a myth. And this myth regards those who receive. Now, just because you're of a higher social class, or you're wealthier, so on and so forth, a celebrity, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to go to the top of the list. Those who do go to the top of the list are those who have a more severe illness, or they've been waiting longer on the waiting list, or they have a blood type match potential. So those are those who jump up to the top of the list. Social class, race, nothing else matters. And then also, according to lifelineofohio.org, when you're injured, your life comes first. Now, just because they need an organ or something doesn't mean that they're going to let you slip away and then take your organs and donate them. It's not how it works. Also, like I said, one life can save 8, and they can heal 50. So one person who donates, after they pass away, have the potential to save 8 lives. That's quite a bit. And then finally, those who pass, their bodies are treated with respect, to the point where if you have already made plans to have an open casket funeral, your likability of continuing to have that wish would be granted. Now, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, their organdonor.gov website, explains that approximately every 10 minutes somebody is added to that wait list to receive an organ. And in 2014, 29,532 people received organs, and an average of 23 people a day are waiting, and they can't get it because of a shortage. So of those statistics, it's kind of high. And to think that, somebody could be on that waiting list. They could be the one that's needing, a liver or a kidney or so on and so forth, a lung. So my belief is that it's best for us who are Christians to become organ donors. Our bodies are only temporary. This is just a shell for our spirits and the Holy Spirit to work through. So for us, when we pass and we move on to our final destinations with God, we should allow those who are still working on finding their faith or continuing their missions here on earth. And we should donate to them. So personally, I believe as a Christian that we should all become organ donors for those reasons. It could be, again, my mother. It could be someone that I'm family or friends with that need that sort of help. So with that, don't hesitate to go, for those of us in Ohio, either online or go to the local BMV, and when we get our driver's license, state that we'd like to be organ donors. Help save a life, someone you may potentially love, or somebody you don't even know. But either way, there's somebody that could be looking for Christ and needs a little more time here on this earth, or there's somebody on here who's not done with their mission. So take that in consideration, and God bless. Thank you.